composite function, and you're given part of what it was to begin with, like just f of x, how could you then find g of x? Oh, yeah, so by the way, this question says find g of x. I should have written that on there. So find g of x. So they've said that f of x is x plus 3 cubed, and they've said that the composite, if you sub in g of x into f of x, you'll get 125x to the power of 6. So find g of x. There's different ways you can do it. You can kind of sort of look at it and try to experiment and guess. There's also another way. I'll do the little look at it and experiment and guess way to begin with. And there's also a second method as well, which is to do with the inverse functions. Okay. So sometimes you can just look at it. So what kind of, the composite is what kind of function?
The one
Yeah, this one. This is the composite. Yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah. What? Oh, well, it's a polynomial of degree 6. Yeah. So it's a polynomial of degree 6, and the f would be the mother function. So the parent. So the mother one. The mother one is what kind of function? A cubic. Yep. Degree 3. Yep. It'll be some kind of cubic. So to generate a polynomial of degree 6, what do you think would have to be subbed in for x?
what?
To make a polynomial of degree 6, and how did you get an x squared?
X squared.
Like that? Because the exponents would have been multiplied. Yep. And what's kind of, there's no constants, is there?
Nah.
So what here is probably going to have to be cancelled out somehow.
3.
Plus 3, yep. So whatever you sub in, it's got to cancel out the plus 3, and it's going to generate an x to the power of 6, which, as Talise said, it's got to be a square. Plus also we've got to think, we've got to get a 125 here.
5.
5. Why did you think of 5?
Because I know that 5 cubed is 125.
Yeah, 5 cubed is 125, yeah. So this is when you're just looking at it and you're having a bit of a guess. So this is one way you can just kind of look at it and have a little bit of a guess. So find g of x. So, and then what you can do is, the great thing is, once you've got it, you can test it out by actually finding the composite. Once you've got your g of x, by actually finding this and see does it get that. So what do you think? So you decided, okay, g of x has to be, must have an x squared in it. So we're going to replace this, and we need the 3 to cancel out. So how do you think we're going to have to cancel out the 3? What do you think is going to have to be in the thing we sub in here? What's that? What's that? Yeah, you're both kind of right, but in terms of cancelling out the 3, what did you say, Kelvin?
Come from?
I said minus 3.
Someone has that.
Yeah, you're both right. So why minus 3?
It's going to cancel out the positive 3.
It's going to cancel out the positive 2 when you sub it in. So if I subbed in this at the moment, into here,
You get x 6.
yeah, we just get x to the power of 6. Yeah, you're right. So we're missing the 125 coefficient. So what could I pop into my red version of g of x that could possibly make the 125?
Put a 5 outside the brackets.
Good? Maybe. Just thinking, where would the 5 go to generate the 125x? In front of the x? Why in front of the x? Just because it works.
Wait, that's not behind.
Wait, why are we using 5? Yeah, because then it'll be 5 cubed x 2 like bracket cube.
That's right. So the great thing is you can test it out by now putting g of x into here and seeing does it give you this thing. So let's test it out. So f of g of x would have to be that thing, and then we'll sub in our 5x squared minus 3, and then plus 3 cubed. And then we just work that out. So what does the bracket simplify to? Oh, yeah, we figured the whole. So those cancel out because the main thing we wanted to see there. So 5x squared cubed. And our exponent laws.
Should be 125x times 6.
Yep, 125 x to the power of 6. So that's a great thing is you can test it out as well. That's one way. That's one way of just looking at it to begin with.
It's like almost. Yeah.
Let's pause that
Little
for now.
baby.
Can you go